up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to Waiter Serve Style, serving you your dose fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. I'm Crystal Waiters. I do all of the things fashion, beauty, everything related. Your girl pretty much does. If you love fashion and beauty as much as I do, come on and join the family. We need you. We need you. We're growing rapidly. We're almost at 700 subscribers. Well on the way to our goal of 1,000 subscribers, but we still need you to hit that subscribe button. I'm pointing at you with my eyebrow pencil because I've already gotten started. You're late. I've already gotten started. So today, throwing on the camera, doing a little makeup. I have been sleeping most of the day, needed some rest, and now I'm back at it. I know I'm going to film content today. And one of the videos that, shout out to my second oldest niece, my Loula Bell actually gave me a list of recommendations in terms of content she wants to see, which hopefully you want to see too. But even if you don't, my Loula Bell told me I should do it, so I'm going to do it. So today, I am going to show you how to create the perfect eye look for hooded eyes as I finish my eyebrows. Okay, so hooded eyes. As you can see, I have very small eyes. And when I open my eyes, you cannot see my lids. Like, my lids are like almost non-existent. So, to create that perfect cat eye look, I'm going to show you my approach to it. There are several ways, but this is my way that I do my eye look. So I'm going to pop back on when it's time for me to do my eyeshadow. Stay tuned. Okay, brows are on, and as the kids used to say, they on fleek. Yeah, right. But let me know how y'all like this setup. I rearranged my vanity, and I kind of like that you're like all in my face. But this is where we are. I always do my brows first because in my mind it just makes sense. I don't have time to be layering powder for fallout. If I have fallout, I can wipe it off because my face is clean. I am team brows first. So it's all preference. Makeup is all preference. So do with that as you will. So let me put that there. Okay, so the reason why I'm on here like this is because I literally want to show you from the beginning to the end how I create the perfect cat eye look. So typically for primer, I just use concealer because I just don't want to be bothered. But I think what I'm going to do is show you one eye with concealer and one eye with actual eye primer. If you notice, eye primer always comes in small tubes, which is an indication that you only need a little bit. Concealer is good for if you want to hide discoloration, which I don't typically have on my eyes. Not typically, I don't have it on my eyes, but I think I'm gonna use it for this side just a little bit. And then primer, eye primer, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. You literally just need a dot. See? And I'm team fingers because the heat from your fingers warms the product up. You just want to make sure you spread it out. I use fingers on myself. Clients, I always use a brush because of sanitary reasons. And look how little that was, but look how much this spreads out. Look at that. See? This eye primer is white, But the trick to darken your primer so you don't have to keep buying colorful eye primers is to take a little bit of the eye primer and mix in your colorful eyeshadow, and boom, you got a colorful eye primer. Just a little hack. So this is where we are. Lids are primed. This is stark white. This is a little golden. And another preference. Some makeup artists like to set their primer. Some do not. I find depending on whether or not I'm using a bunch of mattes, I like to set first because sometimes mattes can get a little patchy. But I'll show you one eye versus the other. So this eye I'll set, this eye I will not. So, and I don't typically take any extra powder. I'm just using the remnants of the powder that I have on my powder puff for my palette today. Say what you will, but do I want to use this palette? No. I'm gonna use a palette that's still available. Okay, so Soft Glam palette. I love Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows. When that Modern Renaissance palette came out, it had all the girls in the chokehold. And I am one of the girls that it had in the chokehold. I'm almost tempted to get that palette again because it was just so bomb. It was nothing like it. It broke the internet. But this is one of my favorite palettes from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Is the Soft Glam palette. And it just has all of the rich and cozy shades. And today we're going to create a look from this. So remember, this eye is not set with powder. This eye is. And this eye has concealer. This eye does not. So what you want to do, this is a fairly large brush. However, the dome shape of this brush just disperses the right amount of eyeshadow in the area that I like it. I like a full-blown look. For your transition shade, so I'm gonna keep this as simple as possible. We're gonna have our transition shade, our transition shade 1, our defining shade 2, our outer corner deep V 3, and our lip shade. 4 eyeshadows. This is only for your full glam looks. Okay, so for a transition shade, I typically go between these 2 colors. This is a fairly light, so I like to mix these 2. And some people like to tap, but again, I like all of the shadow on my lid. So you can tap if you pick up too much product, but I would go in with a light hand and build up and literally so you see it's like creating the vibe, right? So we're gonna do the same on the non-set side to see if we see a difference. See? Now I will say, you can almost see it on camera too. On camera with the actual eyeshadow primer, you can see this a little bit more than this. You can see the shadow more here than here. And then we want to continue to build it up. Build it up. Okay. that is where we are. Now, as you can see, our brushes are getting smaller. With that washer color, we just wanted to fill in the outer portion of our lids. Since we have, most people who have hooded lids have small eyes, we're going to take it a step down and go into this orangey shade right here, Sienna. The first two colors I was mixing was orange soda and burnt orange, which for us brown girls, this burnt orange, chef's kiss. Sienna, we're going to take a smaller brush and focus that right above our crease. You see what that's doing? It's deepening up and giving our eyes some shape. See? Now we're forming the shape of our eye. This is a step-by-step. We don't do tutorials anymore. We just assume that everybody has the knowledge from all of the social media content associated with makeup that everybody knows. But some people like old school tutorials. I am people. So hopefully you guys are getting what you need from this tutorial. Okay, so now that we have that, now keep in mind, this is not an everyday look. This is not an everyday look. This is not an everyday look. This is a look for when you want to go out, when you have that special occasion and you don't have time to beat your face. This is the look for you. Okay, so now that we've deepened our crease, as you can see, the brushes are getting smaller, right? The fluffier your brush, the more dispersed the eyeshadow. The smaller your brush, and don't judge me because my brushes are not clean. The smaller your brush, the more concentrated the product. So now we're going to take it a step further down and just lightly tap into rustic. Now we're going to start creating the outer V. This is solely to create the shape, because with hooded eyes, you have to create your shape. And the key is you don't, as you can see, you don't want to go past where we defined our crease. You don't want to go past that. We're just deepening the outer V. And I'm looking down at my mirror because you want to make sure you have a mirror where you can look down at and one that you can look straight ahead, because you want to make sure that what people see is what you see. So with my eyes open, I can see the placement of my eyeshadow. With my eyes almost closed, looking down, I still want my eyeshadow to be fat. I still want my eyeshadow to be bomb, so I want to make sure that I'm not missing any areas and that my eyeshadow is blended. You see that? It's coming together really nicely. Keep in mind, our eyes are sisters, not twins. So one may look a little different than the other. Just as long as they don't look like enemies, we're good. And see? Same thing. You want to make sure now this is where we are. The shape is coming together. Now, nope, hold on, y'all. Oh, is this it? This is not it. Maybe it is. Oh. This is it. That's it. Okay. Sorry about that. I could not find the brushes that I'm looking for. So now, we are now really about to sculpt the eye. So the next two brushes, and I'm big on detail. I just find with hooded eyes, you want to be particular of detail. This is to create the look that people will think you got your makeup done by a makeup artist, which I am a makeup artist, so yeah. Now, next up, we want to define the outer crease even more. This is not dark enough for me. I want it to be almost black, but I don't want black. But I'm going to show you a trick to make it as deep as possible. So, let me go back. I'm gonna take a more fluffier brush. Actually, no. And take an even more denser brush, right? And we're going to take just the, boop, that's it. That's all the black we want. And put it right here on the outer corner. Okay? Same on the other side. Right here on the outer corner. Then we're going to take this very dense, fluffy brush and then tap. Now we are going to do some tapping because we just want a little bit. And blow that black out. Making sure that we don't go above that crease. The key with hooded eyes is we want to keep everything low. If we bring it up too high, it's going to make it look like we're drunk. Trust me, through trial and error, I've done that more times than not. So now, we're just blowing out that black. And this is where we are. With the smaller brush, same thing. Doing a little creating the shape. Just making sure we don't have any harsh lines. So I'm going in between these two. Making sure we don't have any harsh lines. Okay? So we're done with those. Now, for our lids, I rarely now wear shimmer on my lids, but I know a lot of people do. And I am going to switch palettes, which, actually, no, I'm not. Let's keep it simple. We're going to stick with this palette because I'm not going anywhere. You can do, now the question is, We're going to do the bronze palette, and now I have flipped over to a flathead brush, and we're going to place it, if I turn it on the right side, right on the lash line to my crease, my natural crease. Okay. Then we're going to take a little bit and then carve out a higher crease. That's where we are. Now, this is the look is coming together, but what we don't want is these harsh lines. So, to fix that, we're going to go back with our fluffy brush and our crease shade and marry the two together. Blend like your life depended on it. Just where the shimmer shade meets the dark shade. See that? Blown out. See that? It might be. Hold on, let me see. I think you can see it better now. Yep. You see? It's coming together nicely. Sometimes it's easy. My bad. Sometimes the lights wash it out, but it's coming together nicely. Now, I want to deepen my crease a little bit more, so I'm going to do a little rustic and sienna. Give that Kevin Aucoin vibe from the 90s. And I always like to bring my eyeshadow up here too, to start to form the shape of my nose, make sure I have the shape of my nose created. Okay. Now, if you want more of a dramatic look, we can take the shimmer shade all the way up here. But for a beginner, this is a nice place to start, because then you have to make sure you have the placement of the concealer right, so on and so forth. But for starters, this is a great foundation where you have a nice eye look. It's not too much. It's very simple. 4 steps, maybe 4 brushes, or I would suggest you don't necessarily have to have as many brushes as I do. I would say 3. A fluffy brush. What did I do with that? A fluffy brush, a taper brush, and then for glam looks, as a beginner, in true YouTuber fashion, I will always have a fluffy brush, a taper brush, and a flathead brush. You don't necessarily need as many brushes as I have. I like detail. I'm very particular about the detail of my eyeshadow looks. And as a makeup artist, I need to make sure I have tools needed to create the look that I want for myself and my clients. But if you're just doing makeup on yourself, these are great products. I mean, great brushes to have. A fluffy brush, a taper brush, and a flat head brush to create the perfect eye look. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish off my face and show you how the look came together. See you in a bit. Okay, this is where we are with the lashes, liner, full face. And I wanted to pop back on as I clean up my mess. Clean up your mess. I wanted to pop back on to show you how I finish out the look. And this is something that I do whether I'm doing a full glam look or even just a basic everyday look. I always do this step. I always. So you're going to take a very small smudger brush and go in between two of your darker shades. Definitely tap off this time. And look up and blow out that bottom lash line. What this does, you see the difference? It opens up our eyes. Now sometimes I like this look when I want to be whatever that means. But to open up our eyes, this is a crucial step. You can just take it and smudge. The lower lash line. One of the steps that you will not see me do quite often. Sometimes I do it depending on the look. I don't rim my eyes with eyeliner because theory, my eyes are already small. My goal with eye makeup is to open my eyes up. So I typically don't rim my eyes with eyeliner, but I'm trying to see, should I do it for this look? No, because it's going to mess up my contacts. So, but you can, I would suggest if you have eyes bigger than me and you want that more smoldery look, or even if you have eyes same shape as me, if you want a more smoldery look, you can take your cream, mine is little, but cream eyeliner. Actually, I'll show you for demonstration purposes. Where's my mirror? Let's warm it up. Tripping. Let's use this. Okay, see the difference? This is like more smoldery. This is like more awake, open. So it just depends on your preference. I prefer this versus this. It does make my brown eyes pop, but it's giving this for every day. So I'm going to stop the video here because it's kind of been chaotic, but I might pop in a clip of the eyeshadow in natural sunlight so you can really see the effects, because sometimes lights wash it out. But this is where we are. Let me know what you guys think. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing, girl? Please make sure you do. Come on. We are back into tutorials. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you follow me on all platforms at Way to Serve Style. And that's it. Be well, be safe, and be blessed. Bye.